Jason, some people argue that golfers aren't athletes because it's not a contact sport, but it really does take a toll on the body, just the repetitive nature of the swing.
Yeah, absolutely. And all you have to do is look at some of the top players in the world, right? I mean, you've got Jason Day, who's got a lingering back injury, and Rory McIlroy's got a lingering rib injury, says he might not even play again this year. And our Canadian boy, Graham DeLette, well, he's had back injuries through most of his career.
Exactly. Well, if you don't believe us, at least believe the trainers and the therapists that follow these guys on tour. Bumps, bruises, broken bones, and pulled or strained muscles are just a part of every sport. Whether it's something that occurs during training or during play, almost every pro athlete has had to deal with an injury that's impacted his or her ability to compete. Recently, Rory McIlroy announced that he might sit out the rest of the 2017 PGA Tour season due to ongoing soreness in his rib and back. Having stars like McIlroy, the defending FedEx Cup champion, bow out of the playoffs is a nightmare for the tour. It needs as much star power as possible to drive up TV audience numbers during the final few weeks of the season. And these players don't want to miss time either. Not with a $10 million bonus up for grabs. So most of them employ trainers to help keep them fit and recover from injuries. And the PGA helps out by providing fitness and therapy trucks at every event, giving players necessary space and equipment to work out.
The PGA Tour itself, they employ 2 trainers each week and a physio, a chiro that's in the therapy trucks, and then there's probably 10 to 15 independent trainers and therapists that are working with the guys any week. And I would say there's probably 70% of the players are working on their fitness at least on a weekly basis.
Yet even the most minor injuries can impact a golf swing, which can cost a tour player yardage and strokes.
After the first round of the Players one year, I kicked a wicker basket on accident, but I was barefoot, so it kind of tore my pinky toe up a little bit. And it doesn't sound that major, but it was enough that it definitely hampered my golf for the rest of the week.
But no matter how careful you are, sometimes freak injuries just happen.
Sometimes in the weirdest and wildest manners. Gina, what's the weirdest injury that you've ever incurred?
Oh, I was sitting on a couch watching TV, got hit in the eye with the remote control. I'm not even kidding, I got a black eye.
Okay, well, I was sitting in a golf cart, riding in a golf cart as a junior golfer, and it flipped over, pinned my right arm underneath, and I broke both bones in this arm. Golf season over, hockey season delayed.
Ouch, you should have sued the golf course.
I actually did get a free junior membership out of it the next year.
Ooh, nice.
So there you go.
Well, exactly. Sometimes weird injuries just happen, and it happens to the best of the best.
Many tour days I had to withdraw from a few tournaments because I sliced my finger open on a Ninja blender, and it's kind of a freak accident, opening up a wedding present and sliced my thumb open. And it was such a small cut, about this much, but took me down for about a month.
I tweaked some stuff playing basketball a couple weeks ago and thought I maybe had to pull out, just doing some stupid stuff off the course. But fortunately, body healed up quickly and I was able to get out there and play.
I'd won Capital 2 years in a row, and I was turning up and I was playing really, really well. And I was just messing around in the ocean, and that reef is very, very sharp. A lot of guys, I'd cut my feet 2 or 3 times in Maui at that tournament, but your feet, you just put a Band-Aid on it, or they actually put super glue in it sometimes because it seals it properly without stitches, and played, and it was fine. And half the field's walking around with little scratches on their feet because of the way the beach is. But I somehow managed to nail my hand on it, and it was probably one of the only spots right where that point would hit the club, and I just couldn't hit it, so I had to pull out. So it was pretty disappointing. It was my favourite tournament. You're in Maui and everything's cool, and it's the first tournament of the year, and I get to Thursday and I can't tell you, that was pretty disappointing.
When it comes down to it, tour stars are elite athletes who have become gym rats in order to keep their strength up and keep injuries at bay. But sometimes getting hurt just can't be avoided, and that goes for work and time off too.